What's going on, pure pugilists? This is Myron Magnus, and I came to a wonderful article, okay, that was shared with me by Sporting Icon. That's a brother from the UK that has a great YouTube channel. Check it out. And he shared an article that was taken by, interview that was taken by the Tuscaloosa News, okay? And it was an interview taken by Shelly Finkel on Deontay Wilder after his Bermane-Sterling fight. And listen closely to what Shelly Finkel has to say. You know, I love the LDBC, but I listen to more different channels, more variety of channels, so I can get a full perspective of a lot of different things people are saying and what's going on. If you just listen to one side of the story, okay, and never listen to the other side of the story, you could be led astray, okay? You'll also be looking at things one way, with one perspective, and you won't have a full, broad perspective on the issue that you could have if you didn't make sure you listen to various different angles and different people who have different information that they bring forward. And a Sporting Icon brought forward this article, and it says a whole lot to me. Listen closely. WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder, 33-0 with 32 KOs. These are the words of Shelly Finkel. Also, let me tell you, WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder is still very much a work in progress, says his co-manager Shelly Finkel. After last Saturday's world title win over Bermane-Sterling, the hype began growing for a fight between Wilder and the WBO, WBA, IBO, IBF champion Vladimir Klitschko. Okay? Finkel, who manages Wilder with Al Heyman and Jay Diaz, also works closely with Klitschko. So keep in mind, Shelly Finkel works with Klitschko as well as Wilder. He says there is no need to rush Wilder into big fights against the best of the division. The words of Shelly Finkel. Let me repeat. He says there is no need to rush Wilder into big fights against the best of the division. That despite a world title. He still needs time to grow and groom his skills. Look, Wilder is a baby winning the title. This is the words of Shelly Finkel. Look, Wilder is a baby winning the title. It was his first title fight. There'll be time for unification. There'll be time for all those things. He could go and fight Povetkin, the #2 contender in Russia, and make $10 million. Finkel said to the Tuscaloosa News. It's not the right thing yet, though. Give him a couple of fights, maybe bring something back to Alabama, let him develop just like any other athlete. They don't take someone who is a great college prospect and throw him right in. That's false. Yes, they do. They do it all the time. And we've seen it. Okay? And this kid is a great prospect. One more time. WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder, 33-0, 32 KOs, is still very much a work in progress, says his co-manager Shelly Finkel. After last Saturday's world title win over Bermane-Sterling, the hype began growing for a fight between Wilder and WBO, WBA, IBO, and IBF champion Vladimir Klitschko. Okay? So there was hype growing for the fight for Wilder to fight Klitschko, well before Joshua was in the picture. But Shelly Finkel he pushed it away. Shelly Finkel was not ready to put Wilder in a fight with Vladimir Klitschko, a WBC champion, 33-0, 33-0 with 32 KOs. He still didn't have the confidence to put Wilder in a fight with Klitschko. Isn't this like 2015 or 16? Let me continue. Finkel, who manages Wilder with Al Heyman and JDS, also works closely with Klitschko. Again, Finkel managed Klitschko as well as Wilder. He says there is no need to rush Wilder into big fights against the best of the division. That, despite a world title, he still needs time to grow and groom his skills. Look, Wilder is a baby. Wilder is a baby winning the title. It was his first title fight. There will be time for unification. There will be a time for those things. He could go and fight Povetkin, the number 2 contender at the time in Russia, and make $10 million. Finkel said, and this was Finkel said to the Tuscaloosa News, "It's not the right thing yet. Give him a couple of fights, maybe bring something back to Alabama, let him develop just like any other athlete. They don't just take someone who is a great college prospect and throw him right in." Interesting. And this kid is a great college prospect. Now, I don't know what you all may feel or may think or may believe or how you may contort that to fit your narrative, okay, to fit what you wish to believe. Because sometimes people believe what they want to believe. People are going to do what they want to do. They're going to live how they want to live. But it's proof in that pudding. Just 7 fights ago, Shelly Finkel was not ready, did not believe or have confidence in Deontay Wilder and fighting the best in the world. He said it right there. He said Wilder is still a baby winning the title. It's not ready to put him in the best in the competition. So, with that being said, how can you be completely sure that it's not Shelly Finkel who just running smoke and mirrors and we all just falling for it? Maybe it's not Eddie Hearn. Maybe it's not Barry Hearn. It could be Shelly Finkel, and many people think it was Frank Warren who the $50 million came from, BT Sports. The $50 million that was given to Joshua or presented to Joshua was from Frank Warren of BT Sports, and Joshua cannot fight on BT Sports. He's legally obligated to Sky Sports. Okay, if you could think, have critical thinking, and be straight up, clean, and honest with yourself, leave a comment down below and tell me what you think. This is Myron Magnus. You listen to a segment of Pure Pugilism, Boxing Logic. One love.